Can you guys please read this word, two words for me? Calculator. Good. So, often when I like to start this unit is simplify. Now the reason why I teach it this way is I know what's coming next. I know that you're going to get something like 2x plus negative 4x in brackets. Don't write this down. And the answer is 2x minus 4x, and the answer then is 6x. So this idea of removing brackets is really important. And this is simple questions just so that you can understand it. What we want to do is we want to simplify the double signs. So if we have 2 plus negative 6, what is that like doing? So, adding and subtracting, right. So the double signs, plus minus, means really it's like subtracting. And so that equals negative 4. So now you want to write this down. That's really important. 2 minus 6 equals negative 4. So you can show that by using a number line. So we have 2 right here. That arrow signifies the value of 2. And then the other arrow going the other direction simplifies negative 6. Oops, I made that too short, sorry. So we go tip to tail, and so then this is our final answer. Okay, so this part here is canceled out. All right. Good. Next one. Negative 4, what happens to your signs? Minus a positive, that's just like subtracting. Okay, so when you have opposite signs, that turns it into a subtraction. Okay. And so for us here, we start at negative 4 this time. And we're going to add 7. So there's 4, and we're adding 7 positive. And where are we going to end up? Right at 3. Oh, sorry, I screwed that up. We're taking away 7. Okay, so we're taking away 7. And so we're going to go to negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10, negative 11. Okay, so that equals negative 11. Now the other thing, big difference between grade 9 and grade 8, is we want to work vertical. We want to go down. Okay, that's really important because it's going to get more complicated and you don't want a big run-on sentence where you forget what you're doing. Okay, so work vertical. Okay. So notice, oh, I have it right here. When the signs are different or opposite, the operation becomes a subtraction. Okay. And next we have signs that are the same. So we have minus a negative. So if someone took a bill away, it's like you're getting money. So you get a plus. And then our final answer is 2. So we have a negative 6. And we add an 8. And our final answer is 2. Yep.
So you always keep the subtract or the negative sign in front of the 6, so you never touch that?
Correct, because there's nothing to change it. If you had minus negative 6, then it would change. Yeah, change to a positive. Okay? And a lot of you are probably thinking, why am I doing this? And it's just to simplify. Okay? It's just to simplify. Here we have two signs that are the same, plus a positive. So what should we do? Change it to just an addition. So we have minus 6 down here, and we're adding a 1 right there, negative 5. So our signs were the same, then the operation became an addition. Okay. So we're changing the operation based on whether the signs are the same or different. Good. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is So I just want you to fix your signs, and then I want you to tell me the final answer. So I want you to rewrite it, fix your signs, then tell me the final answer. So you got 2 lines of work, please. Go. Volunteer for the first one. Tim, go ahead.
Minus 10 plus 9 plus 6 minus 3.
Awesome. Okay, so you should have a single sign in between the numbers. Now you can go step by step and do this operation. Okay. So negative 10 plus 9, that's going to be negative 1. Negative 1 plus 6, that would be positive 5. 5 minus 3, 8. Sorry, 2. Okay. Now the best way to show work is to rewrite this showing the changes. Okay. And so I can see that this has changed to a negative 1 and that this has changed to a 5. That's why we work vertical, up and down. Okay. A lot of you prefer, that's question's pretty simple, so you wouldn't. But with harder stuff, it makes it a lot easier. Isabella, what are the signs?
12 minus 4
Yep,
minus 7
yep,
plus 6
good,
plus 5.
perfect. Okay, so then if I want to show a lot of work, 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1.
You forgot to write the 6.
Thanks. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. And final answer is 17. Okay. Now, a lot of you are probably going to do several things together, right? That's okay. Remember, we're going from left to right. Okay, left to right. Any questions? Okay. Okay, next one, multiplying and dividing. So this one's pretty simple. Multiplying or dividing a positive and negative number makes the final answer. So it's not changing the operation, but it changes your answer to a negative. Okay. So it doesn't matter where the signs are lined up. 6 times negative 7 is always negative 42. Okay. It doesn't matter whether the sign is with the front number or the back number. You look at how many there are. Okay. Same here. Doesn't matter if the negative sign is at the front or the back. When you're dividing, you'll get a negative answer because there's one negative sign, an odd amount. Okay. So when the signs are different or opposite, the answer is negative. Does the order make a difference? No, it doesn't. We talked about that, right? Whether it's at the front number or at the back number, you still will get a negative answer. Okay. Okay, so down below here now, it's a little bit different. Now when multiplying and dividing 2 negatives or 2 positive numbers, that will make the answer positive. Okay. So negative times a negative, they pair up. And so you're going to get a positive 100. Positive times a positive, you've done that forever. Dividing positive times a positive, you've done that forever. And the 2 negative signs, they'll pair up. And so you have a negative, positive 25. There we go. Okay. So when the signs are the same, the answer is always positive. Does the order make a difference? Just cross that off. There's no order there. That was a dumb question. And yes, I do say it every year. Okay. Any questions? So the deal here is, does the negative sign pair up? Okay, that's what you're looking for. So if you have three negatives, your final answer will be negative because it's odd amount. But if you have 6 negative signs, your final answer will be positive because they'll pair up. It has to be even. Okay, you do a lot of that for exponents. So what we're looking for here we have 1, 2, 3 negative signs. What kind of final answer are you going to have? Negative. Okay, so I always like to do that first. Then I go left to right. 36 divided by 9. Notice how I just ignored the sign now? I get 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. So my answer is negative 1. So I look to see, first of all, since it's only multiplying and dividing, what my final answer should be. Positive or negative. Do you have to do it that way? No, not at all. Not at all. You can go through there and say, okay, what have we got? Okay, negative 36 divided by 9 is negative 4. 4 times negative 2 is 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. Sorry, negative 8. That's what screwed me up. Negative 8, negative 8, negative 1. Okay? So you can totally do that. No problems whatsoever. I just like to show you guys different things. Okay, go ahead and do the next one. Make sure you're going left to right because it's all multiplying and dividing. And that's done it left to right. Give a couple seconds, unless you're going to go. Okay, 45 divided by 5 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3 times 2 is 6 times 6 equals 36 divided by 12 equals 3 times 5, 15? Plus 15. Positive 15. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Good. Whew. So I should have checked with my calculator. You got that? Heads up, you got that. All right. Good, good, good. So, order of operations, you probably heard this, BEDMAS before. Notice how when we had division multiplication, we went from left to right. Okay, doesn't mean division's first, it means they're on the same level. Just like add or subtract, they're on the same level. So if that's all you got, left to right. Yep.
On the last one, I got negative.
Okay, so you missed one of your negative sign somewhere, that's all, Karen. Karen Joe. Okay. Just double check it, somewhere you missed one. Now the Americans, if you actually Google this, order of operations, you're going to see this one. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So for parentheses, they call their brackets parentheses. It is another name for it. Then we have exponents, and see how they have switched division multiplication? That's because it's just left to right. Doesn't matter which one's on top. Okay? So just be aware of that. If you Google order of operations, this is the US, and this is Canada. Although a lot of teachers could teach that too, right? Doesn't matter, yeah. I just want to show you that in case you're wondering what's going on. Okay? Good, so right here, what's the last thing here you're going to do in A? What's the last thing? Yeah, it's going to be at this level. It's going to be right here, the addition. So what you got to do is do the multiplications, get your answers. Go. So final answer, negative 20 plus 9 means the digits will get smaller, but the number gets larger. Negative 11. Hands up if you got negative 11. Perfect. Okay. Okay, over here, B, that's a classic. Do you guys want, draw an arrow to the very last operation you're going to do. Pardon? What are you going to do last? Because you know what? So many of you think that's the first step. But this is actually the last thing you're going to do. Okay? What you have to do first, and the reason why we can't subtract is because of this is a multiplication. A number by brackets, that's a multiplication. So we have to go 3 plus 6 first because it's in brackets to get 9. Then you multiply to get 18, and then you add to get negative 12. And it's so easy to see my work because I'm working which direction? Vertical, down. I can see exactly what's changed in each and every step. That's why we show our work in this format, because I can quickly see your work. It's very organized. Yes, Sarah.
Okay, so how you got 18, so this is subtracted 2, so 622, and then
Oh, times first or subtraction first?
times, but then where did the negative 2 go?
Oh, okay. So you can, two ways of doing that is you can include 2 times 9, which is 18, or you can go negative 2 times 9. It gives you the exact same answer, or minus 18.
Oh,
Okay, and that's a really good thing to note because if you have like negative 4, what's the value of that? Negative 4. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. A lot of times, here's another one. Watch this. 5 minus 3 times negative 4. So what I always do, because I've done this so much, is I use a negative 3. And get 5 plus 12. Now if I don't, watch this. If I used a positive 3 right here, then I would get 5 minus negative 12, which turns into 5 plus 12. So that's a really good thing to know, is usually you want to use this sign when you're multiplying in, because it simplifies it as you go. Okay, do you guys see these two? These are very important, okay, to see that difference. Some people are writing them down because they're awesome students, which is great. I'll leave it up there for a second. If you're not writing it down, please do C right now. Do your best with C. Okay. If it's an emergency. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I can do 2 steps at once. Because this has to be done at the end, I can go 2 times 4 right away. And then I work on my brackets. 6 plus negative 4 is 6 minus 4. So it's negative 2 cubed. So what does negative 2 cubed mean? Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. It is not negative 2 times 3. Okay. So this is going to be 8 plus what? Oh, what did I screw up with? Yep.
2.
2. I was getting so excited about my negative sign. Sorry, folks. There we go. Sorry about that. So, 8 plus 8, final answer is 16. Okay. These are some very typical questions, B and C. Okay. When you go to study, you should look at those again and try them again, because those are typical questions we have on there. Any questions? Do you guys have textbook work? Nope, you have your worksheet. I forgot that you had a worksheet, so I'm gonna go photocopy it right now. Yeah. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
No, okay, did he pause it?
Is this still recording?
Did he pause the recording? Oh, we just said we could see your pen.
I said I had to.
No, I'm pretty sure he paused it. Well, they already know now.
That we're embarrassed.
I think he might. I think he.
Hi, Mom.
Which is
No, no, who we are.
Maddie said she needed one.
So did Ken, yeah.
Yeah.
Two words.
Maddie Yahakichukwu.
They don't know who that is.
I can't pronounce her last name.
Yarosha.
Yerosha, Maddie Yerosha.
You know what I like? First, there's your marker stand.
I'll say hi to you, Ellen.
Does it really matter what you call it? It's the exact same exercise.
I know that. I know. Yeah, I'll ask you that. Move your weight like I feel bad.
Oh, God.
Him at the door. Sorry, little boy. I've heard of that. I've heard people think that.
Mind you, I was doing this like 40 wait, 265, like, the one where you like took away from site. No, like, you kind of like lean back. I feel like, yeah. How many reps do you do? I was able to do 2.
Yeah. No. Just wait a couple minutes, some people are calling yet.
I did 15 reps. I did 50. It doesn't matter, you're working the exact same muscle. Yeah, if you do a chest line,
Just doing quads. It's like really slow, so
No, it's
If you're multiplying I didn't know there was a deal in there. Let's work together. Maddie. Why? Well, 7. Negative 2. I'm just more negative. Is it gonna be 6?
7. It would be negative 5. No, just add it to plus 7 plus 2. It would either be negative 9 or negative 5.
Couple things. Number one, probably 4 people asked me, do I do all of them? Where does it list your homework?
Right here.
I'll give you an outline, so if you don't answer that question, okay? So please check that first. Now, some people don't cruise through these because they're really good. That's awesome. Work ahead and do some of the even ones. On the back, the more difficult, show work, please. Here, I want to see signs corrected so I can see some thinking, not just barking on the page. Okay, so don't just use your calculator. You want to try to use as much as possible without a calculator. I think one of them is like 55 times 9. It's a calculator. Okay? Or give it a shot by hand, no problem. Are we clear? Good, but I don't want to hear you talking because that really annoys me. Okay, to work.
We don't have to do and then becomes a negative. No, it doesn't. Yeah, there's not a reason for that. What would they like to
Oh yeah.
Here's only 7, or my 7 plus 20.
You're 0. You start at 7.
There's a positive amount, there's a positive 9.
Look, negative 8.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
No, positive 9.
Here's my
Yep, just
3 minus 8.
yeah, that is just or
Take the 5, right?
Yeah.
So here is like.
31.
Yeah.
Well, that's not 2.
you got to add that time first.
What? How do you do the next one?
Okay, eyes up here. So we talked about this. Negative, negative, negative 3. What's the answer?
No.
Negative 3. There's just 3 signs like that. All of a sudden you get something like this. You start freaking out. Is that like what? You have 2 negative signs. What's the answer?
4.
Positive 4. How? There's 2 ways to think about this. You could think of this as a negative 1 times a negative 4. We just don't write the 1. Or you could just think of it as 2 negative signs being side by side, right? Minus a negative 4 changing to a plus 4. Now, if you have a negative and in brackets you got a 3 plus 2, you better do your brackets first before you're worried about that outside stuff. So this should be negative 5, and so then it's negative 5. So you're going to have to do your brackets first, folks. Okay. That should answer quite a few questions. Eva. Number 13. Isn't that just like this? Almost identical? Yeah, you just change the number, okay? So it's common to see this stuff, that's why we're doing it, okay? You might not have seen a lot in the past, so that's why I have lots of questions.
Did you ask to pass it to just No, because there's 3 negatives there. Because look, 3 negatives equal a negative.
So if you don't like homework,
It's 2. I used it.
I don't think so. You have 0, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's 0.
Where are you? Okay, we're 17. I got 2. What did you get?
oh,
I'm just working on it. I don't get it.
Well, because it's gonna be times. So it's gonna be
Wait, it would be brackets.
but because there's two negative ones, so it's just 2 times 10 times 8.
Positive and
Because they each other for 22.
It's up to you, because
You're gonna get
negative. Well, that's what we're gonna try. Alright, so I'm testing computers, alright, so we're calculating. No, you get it. You don't know how to do it.
Because you just do three negatives equals negative. And you just do 6 times 2 times 4.
But still do 20.
Okay, the next one.
Yeah, go ahead. I got 0 for that one. I got 0 for it. Yeah, that's what I know, but like. Guess I was
These two.
-7. But how?
Oh, those something. That's fine. You know what?
Yeah, you just do 62 divided by -9. I don't realize.
Number 7? 17? 0.
Attach it to my app.
I'm gonna have to check my answers. Okay, yeah.
Tony, Erica, have you guys done any questions since I left?
Just this side, right?
Don't waste time.
You dropped one.
Yep.
Is that all we have to do? The odd
Backside?
So all backside?
Odd.
Odd. So 135,
Because
135,
those signs are not my
Yeah.
signs, they're your signs. So this will multiply from left to right. Now,
1 plus 3 is equal to
you can do that in the order. 3 times 4 times 2. Oh, yeah. That's classic, Bella.
I was doing it and I'm like, what?
You know what you should do?
Insert bracket.
More, you just come in, just throw it on the floor and get it over.
You don't need
with.
that.
Well, that's true. Hey, I got some duct tape I think you can borrow me.
Wow. I'm gonna.
If you want, we can switch because this one's screwed on. Oh, I can't put it together.
Okay.
Well, I know there's gonna be brackets around this. Because it's gonna be 1 plus 3, which is 4 times 5 plus 7. For number 1, the very top,
Yeah.
is that like the only bracket?
Yeah, that could be what it is. You only want to put the brackets, usually you want to just put the brackets around them, adding and subtracting to make it go up a level. Well, if you put brackets around the multiplying, it doesn't change anything.
Or I didn't.
Oh, yeah.